Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial. My name is Emerson Ahrari. I'm a Google Earth Engine expert. In this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to do gap filling process for MODIS snow cover product. MODIS snow cover product offering a snow cover with daily frequency, but unfortunately, cloud cover highly impact on the accuracy of this data. As you can see here, most of the data missing in the winter because of the cloud cover. But in this tutorial, I will show you how to fill the gaps using existing methods and keep the original data. If you want to learn how to do this procedure, let's follow up this tutorial until end. Make a new notebook in the Colab environment and start calling necessary libraries in the first step. Import EE and GEE map. And another one is XEE library, a revolutionary library allowing us to convert the Google Earth Engine datasets into X-array structure. The X-array structure allowing us to apply machine learning techniques on image collection data easily and without any challenge. This is not existing library in the Python, so we need to install it first and then import like this. Remember to import the X-array as a complementary library. Let's run the first cell. In the next cell, we need to use EE library to initial Earth Engine account in the Colab environment. But first, wait until the initial library is installing successfully. After you saw this message, you can go to the next step. Let's clear the output. And now I'm gonna do the authentication for the associated Earth Engine account here. Then initialize your desired account. So if you go to the code editor environment, the account project ID is findable through the project info. Just copy and paste it into the initialization. Project sets to the project name. The another argument is the OPT URL. If you search about the XEE, you will find a GitHub page, a detailed instruction about how to use the XEE in the Earth Engine. The OPT URL is the address available in the GitHub page, and just you need to paste it into the code. Let's run. Then Colab asking you permission to get access to the Earth Engine account, but only you need to click the allow and continue after selecting the associated account. Okay, now from now on we have access to Earth Engine capabilities, functions and data catalog. In the first step, I need to identify the region of interest. Make a new variable from GEE map called the map function with the satellite base map. Let's run like this. Now we have a user interface allowing us to select the region of interest using existing drawing tools available here. I'm gonna work on the northwestern of Iran, my own country. Drawing tools, for example, the rectangle is available here. I draw a region like this. This is a rectangle, and I need to have it as a callable variable inside the code. So, make a new variable ROI from the map, select the last feature, convert it into a geometry. Let's run a ROI. From now on, the rectangle available as a ROI, and I can filter my data based on the region covered by the ROI. The next step is calling MODIS snow cover product. if you search on the net about MODIS daily snow cover product and search engine, you will find this page. You can see this dataset available with 500-meter resolution, available since 2000, and NDSI snow cover is also available. So make a new variable, for example MODIS mod, and make a parenthesis or tuple and add the collection snippets like this. Paste the collection snippet and filter the data based on a period of time you want to study. For example, I'm selecting 2020 as a target year. Select the target band here, that is a snow cover, NDSI snow cover, just like this. Let's run and make a print. 366 image available for 2020. That makes sense because we have a daily frequency, one image per day during a year. So now we have an image collection format structure here. You can see in the image collection structure we have elements, properties, and this is the structure of data. But now I'm gonna convert it into the X-ray format to able to apply gap filling process. So clear the output and make a new cell. The data set from X-ray call open dataset. The input collection is a MODIS data. Engine sets to EE, CRS coordinate system, EPSG 4326. This is the coordinate system, the coordinate system ID for WGS84, and that is unique for all around the world. Remember that this tutorial extendable to all around the world, not limiting to a single places. So you can select your own region of interest and apply whole of this procedure, not necessarily forced to use Iran or part of Iran as a study area, because the dataset is available globally and you can choose your own region of interest. So study area, another argument sets to the ROI. Pixel size defined by the scale. The coordinate system here is the geographic kind, and so we need to add the scale value based on a degree unit. For example, 1 means 100 kilometer, 0.1 10 kilometer, 0.01 1 kilometer. Although it has 500 meters, but I prefer to use the 1 kilometer for my region of interest. So, but feel free to use 0.005 or 500 meter if you want. Otherwise, I prefer to use 1 kilometer for this area because I have a large area and I prefer to use a smaller pixel size, a bigger pixel size, and a smaller and a lower number of pixels that highly helping me to speed up the processing. So now we have a data set. Let's get a print. As you can see, the image collection format converted into a dataset structure or X-ray format. We have a time dimension and a spatial dimension, briefly explained by longitude and latitude. And there is a variable, NDSI snow cover. Let's look into the dataset to see what is the situation of the data. As you know, most in the winter time, mostly pixels should cover it by the snow cover. And now I'm gonna have a preview in the January for this region to see how much area is covered by the snow cover. So let's call the data set and select a time. So now from the data set, I'm gonna select the time dimension, and based on a month, I need to call all images for the first month, or I'm filtering the data for January 2020. Here you can see the data filtered based on the January 2020. So now I'm gonna make a plot showing the snow cover situation with daily frequency in this region. The dataset name, the NDSI snow cover, is like that, and then make a plot. So the x-axis sets to the longitude, y-axis latitude, call axis sets to the time dimension, and call wrap. I'm gonna have 7 images per each row. So robust also sets to true, meaning that we want to avoid outlier impact for the visualization. That's offering a better contrast for the output. After a few moments, you can see the a multi-temporal plot that shows the snow cover in the original format for this area. So as you can see, most of the data or most of the dates missing by the cloud cover and highly increases the amount of uncertainty in the relevant computations. So before going further in such kind of data set, we need to use a scenario to fill the gaps. So for example, first of all, I'm gonna get an average for every 10 days and then fill the missing values, only the missing values, by the averaging image. So how to make an average image? A new variable ds rolling created, call the dataset and apply the rolling function. Set a time window. For example, I'm gonna set 10 days time window. Center sets to the true and mean periods sets to 1. I'm gonna calculate the median through the time every 10 days for each image through the time. Let's run a cell, and after a few seconds you can see the results. Okay, after 9 seconds it's done. Now we want to plot the DS or averaging image, but this is the averaging. This is not actually the original image that gaps are filled. Just want to show you how the rolling image looks like. So select time sets to, from rolling data get the time dimension, and from the mounts select the first one, .ndsi snow cover, make a plot, x longitude, y latitude dimension, call time dimension, call wrap, sets to 7, robust, sets to true, just like that. So we are plotting the same date and same images, but this time the new image showing the 10 days average for each date. As you can see, this is the averaged image, but most of the values are actually calculated upon the median value every 10 days. So, but we need to keep the original value and only fill the missing values. So that's the main scenario we are looking for, not replacing whole of the values with the averages. Just we want to use the averages to fill the gaps for the missing dates. So it is really easy to do in the Python. So here dsfill sets to, call the original image first and use the fill na function, fill na ds rolling, just like that, and let's run. All of the missing values or na values in the original dataset will be replaced with the averaging image, with the average data. So now we are keeping the original data and just filling the missing values by the averages or the median value every 10 days. So Let's plot the DS field for the region. After a few seconds, you can see the filling result that in this case we already kept the original values and only missing values filled. So you can see the accuracy is really good, and now we can get export from this image with netcdf format. So getting export is very easy. For example, if you want to save with the netcdf format, it is necessary to install netcdf4 library and then import netcdf4 just like this, and go to the local profile or left panel. So get the field dataset and then convert it to a netcdf snow cover with NC format. Let's run, and after a few moments you will have the dataset ready to download in the left panel. Make a refresh and this dataset is also available. So now you learned how to fill the gaps for MODIS snow cover products very easy and without any challenge. I'm asking you to use this tutorial and try to run this code by your own. Try to write the codes, and if you face with any challenge or any issues, you can compare your code with mine. The code example available below this video on my YouTube channel, and you can easily compare yours with mine. If the problem still exists, feel free to reach me out on my channel. Please share these tutorials with other remote sensing fans in all around the world. Thank you for your attention.